Hello, Aries, Earth Angels. Hello, hello, hello. This is LJ, and you found LJ's Thriving Energy. Welcome. I'm so glad you found me. This is going to be for January 23rd through the 31st of 2020. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Aries, this is a learning channel, so I just wanted to let you know that your tarot card, like in the Universal Weight Tarot deck, the Major Arcana card that is for your sign is the Emperor. So that's what we look at. When we see the Emperor card, I think of Aries. So I'm not sure if you knew that your card in the tarot deck is the Emperor. So that's pretty cool. That's some really strong, beautiful energy. You know, the Emperor has he's like all four kings thrown into one man. You know, man, male, female, doesn't matter. You could be an emperor being a female. You could have all this wonderful energy of all the four kings. So it's a beautiful thing. All right, so I have pulled a card from the Sacred Wealth Code, my deck there. And actually, you got the Communicator. And in parentheses, it does say Mercury, so I don't know if that planet means something to you. Words have power. You are the communicator. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit. I'm going to read from the book on that one. And then we are going to use the fairy tarot cards for the main spread. And the spread that I'll be doing today is different. It's one that I found online. I Googled tarot spreads, and the Labyrinthos site came up. It's called Labyrinthos, or Labyrinthos, is I think I say it, Labyrinthos. But it's a tarot site, and they have tons of really great tarot information. So if you're interested in tarot or you want to find some new spreads, that is a great place to go. I picked the Jungian archetype spread. Jungian is, I'm not sure if I'm butchering the word or not, but let me know in comments if I am. It's spelled Jungian. So the Jungian archetypes are certain character or behavior models that we sometimes subconsciously use to shape our own personalities. So this is going to really talk about a lot about shaping your personality. What is shaping it for this week of January 23rd through the 31st? Communication seems to be shaping it, but let's clear our energies. Let's take a moment just for ourselves, okay? Close your eyes. Take in a couple of deep, relaxing breaths. And let's clear your energies with this beautiful sound from my bowl. Think about opening up your heart space. Allowing that beautiful, divine, white light, pure energy to come in through your heart space, into your crown chakra, all the way down to your root chakra. Fill your higher self with this beautiful, beautiful energy. Fill your heart. I now ask for the presence of the divine to guide and protect all of us throughout our day. I ask for a bubble of pure white light energy to surround each of us always. And I ask that only love can enter into our energy fields, enter or exit. Archangel Michael, please walk before us, protect us, our families, our loved ones, always. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so I have shuffled the deck. They are ready to go. I cut the cards. Let's take a look at what's on the bottom, because this will be for the overall. Prince of Spring for the overall. Interesting. Prince of Spring is here. Charming, self-confident, passionate, relentless. Or restless. Relentless. That's interesting. That came up. Immediate action. A challenge you can successfully manage. A passionate relationship. So Prince of Spring is Prince of Wands. So Prince of Wands is coming in. He's got that one wand that maybe you want, right? So let's see what comes up. Prince of Springs. So the first card we're going to pull is persona. How are you being perceived? How does what others think of you affect the situation? Oh, I love this. You're being perceived as the High Priestess. You're being perceived as someone who really, really uses their intuition. You are divinely guided. You have got a connection with the divine that is unstoppable. That's how you're being received. I love it. Trusting your intuition. Careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. So maybe you're meditating quite often. You're listening to your higher self. Maybe you're educating yourself as well. The High Priestess is very educated. So number 2. So your persona, you're being perceived as the beautiful High Priestess. She's gorgeous. And I tell you what, she leads from the heart. All decisions she makes come from the heart. So what's your shadow? What are you ashamed of? What do you want to hide? What do you not want to acknowledge? King of Autumn, that's the King of Pentacles. What are you ashamed of? Are you ashamed that you haven't become the King of Pentacles? Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Are you ashamed that you aren't in control of your finances? What do you think of when you see this card? Are you being assertive to what you know is right, or are you following the crowd? This is your shadow. So everything going your way. Are you feeling like nothing is going your way? That's interesting. A good person or company to work for. Have you not found that yet? Or are you not acknowledging that good person? Because maybe you can't see it. Maybe you're not using your intuition. Maybe you're not making those decisions with your heart. Maybe you're meeting someone and you're just going by what's physical, what you see, not what you feel intuitively. So that's interesting. Your shadow is the King of Pentacles. Very interesting. Third card's going to be Anima. This is what your feminine, your divine feminine is saying. So if you were thinking only of your happiness, what would you do? 10 of Winter comes up. If you were thinking only of your happiness, 10 of Swords. Seems like you'd have a new beginning. If you were thinking only of your happiness, you'd have a resolution to all of your difficulties. A weight lifted off your shoulder. The end of an addiction or codependency. So your feminine side wants you to end this addiction. Your feminine side is saying, I don't want you to be codependent anymore. I want you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. Your feminine side's got a great thought here. Let's let those 10 of Swords, let's let them come in. Let's let them come in. Because I want a new beginning. It might be a little bit painful, but you want a new beginning, right? Your feminine side says, if you were thinking only of your happiness, what would you do? You'd turn over and let those swords fall out of you, and you would start fresh. That's what your feminine side wants. Your feminine side wants a new start. Your masculine side, your divine, this is the animus side. What your divine masculine is saying. What should you consider? What are your drives? What are your duties? 9 of Spring. Protect the fruits of your labor. 9 of Wands. So you've been wounded in the past. You've had people hurt you. You've had people stab you in the back, right? But you know what? You've got your boundaries up. You've laid down boundaries, and I applaud you for that. Your masculine side is saying, hey, I'm not going to let people stab me in the back anymore. Your masculine side says, what are your drives? What are your duties? What do you prepare for the possible challenges that lie ahead? Masculine side's getting ready. Maybe some environmental conservation. If you get into that masculine, your masculine side says, hey, let's look into environmentalism. Let's look into that. Maybe that would bring us into a new direction. Maybe you're supposed to be going towards that. Maybe this ending is bringing you towards environmentalism. You're going to protect the fruits of your labor. You're going to protect what you've already made the strong foundation. That's what the masculine wants you to do. Protect what you've already brought into fruition, what you've already laid down. Your masculine wants you to protect it. Put your boundaries up. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, because we know you can always get through these challenges, right? You can go over them, around them, underneath them. You can go through them. Masculine's going to get you through a lot. So I like them both working together, actually. I like the feminine and the masculine working together. Because this feminine wants you to get rid of those swords, wants a new start. Your masculine side says, yeah, I want to prepare for what's coming up, but because I'm not going to let people take advantage of me anymore. I'm going to use my intuition. I'm going to use my heart for decisions. I'm going to reflect before I take action. I'm not going to just react. I'm going to respond. Because ultimately, I think you want to become that king of autumn, king of pentacles. I think that's where you want to be. Because you want to be that stand-up guy. You want to be that good person that people want to work for. I think you want to be assertive. Because you want to be assertive to what you know is right. Now, the last card is self. What does your heart of heart want? What are your true desires? Your true desires are to be moving forward quickly. Enough waiting around. Enough sitting here going, come on, twiddling my thumbs, I'm bored. You want the chariot to come in. Your heart desires movement. Your heart desires success. Maybe it's been a little rough lately. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. Celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. The chariot is here, my loves. Beautiful Aries. The chariot is here. That's what your heart of heart wants. So in order to get this chariot to come in, looks like you gotta take those swords. You gotta take those 10 swords, because that's an ending. Take it. It might be a little painful, but take it. The resolution of difficulties is going to be over. It's going to be over fast, too, if you allow it. Then you got the 9 of spring. You've set up your boundaries. Masculine and feminine are working real nice together. This chariot's coming in. If you allow that chariot to come in as well, it's going to be wonderful things for you. The communicator. Maybe you need to communicate something. That's interesting. The communicator. I'll show you these pages too, so you can pause it if you like and read it yourself. I always like to read it myself too, or have it for later, right? All right, so let's read this and see what is going on with you, the communicator. It does have the sign of Mercury, so maybe that means something to you. The mantra is, words have power. Your soul desire to be a channel for clarity and growth. Your purpose is to speak the truth and illuminate clarity and understanding for the positive growth of humanity. Man, you are the high priestess, right? Your shadow. Sometimes you get overwhelmed, sarcastic. Sometimes you're a little too blunt and pessimistic. The communicator knows the power of words to educate, inform, uplift, grow, transcend, open possibilities, and connect to the truth. Communicators gather, process, and share information to help uplift humanity. Your word is as good as gold, and you expertly use it to share ideas, information, and concepts which help others evolve and grow. I love it. You're friendly, open, clear, direct, and connected to divine truth. All forms of verbal and nonverbal language are your currency. You're gifted with the universal language of metaphor and have the unique genius to distill and synthesize complex subjects, broad themes, and big picture ideas and make them easily understood. You're also gifted with the mindful, Buddha-like energy of discernment and discrimination. This helps you break attachments to what no longer serves, positively reframe difficult situations, and move on to whatever life has to offer next. The gift is of highest value. This gift is of highest value when you serve others in their growth and development. Now, if you fall more into the shadow of the communicator, if you're in the shadow energy of the communicator, your words can be blunt like cudgels, a razor sharp and sarcastic, with the power to cut another down. If you don't check yourself, you can hurt those you love and care about. Trying to process too much at once leaves you all over the map and not achieving any of your goals. When stressed, you mentally spin and don't see or translate things clearly. This leads to major breakdowns in communication and painful misinterpretations and misunderstandings. If you find yourself in the shadow of the communicator, you're trying to be too many things to too many people. You're trying to be more like a queen of wands, right? It's time to take some personal time to quiet your mind with meditation, deep relaxation, and time in nature. Once you reboot and restore your clarity, your brilliant mind will put everything in order once again. Beautiful. So your high value gifts, Aries, are clarity, mindfulness, reliability, flexibility, discernment. You're a deep listener, a gifted writer, a gifted speaker. You have mental brilliance and a catalyst for growth. This is beautiful, and it all comes from your throat chakra. You know, your throat chakra is your communication. So your throat chakra must be very strong this week. Inspired action plan. Say this aloud. I am committed to practicing presence and mindfulness so I can continue to grow and dedicate my high value gifts to serve the growth and evolution of humanity. This communication is extremely important, isn't it? This high priestess, yes, it's extremely important. And I think a lot of it has to do with your intuition. You're going to be using your intuition to say the right things, to make your choices through your heart chakra. This green is all heart chakra. That's how the high priestess lives, man. She lives through her heart. So you're going to become that king of pentacles if you communicate and don't fall into the shadow of how horrible it is, all the difficulties, all the weight that's on your shoulders. You know, if you're living in your addiction or your codependency, yeah, you can't do much if you're living in all that. So allow this 10 to come in. Allow the 10 to come in, because that's a new start for you. I love it. And it's okay to put your boundaries, place your boundaries, because you don't want people taking advantage of you, right? All right, you guys are awesome. Aries, you are awesome. You're the emperors. You really are. You're the emperors already. Just use your communication skills. Use them wisely. Compassionate, you know, use them. Be compassionate and calm and kind. That's what's going to get you far. Hit the like button if you like this. If you share it, maybe with other Aries or someone who's dealing with an Aries, a cross-watcher perhaps, might get some good information from this. Thank you so much. I do have a PayPal donation button down below in the description box. And I do sell my jewelry. I sell my wands. I sell all the creative things that I make on there. And I do have some private readings as well. I don't know if you know that I'm a Reiki master too. So I do, there's information about long-distance healing as well down below. So you guys are awesome. Take care of yourselves. Remember to look out for number 1. Because if you're no good you're no good to anybody else. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're no good to anybody else, right? I send you peace, love, and happiness. And you take care of yourselves. Until next time. See you later. Bye.